express, a 30-minute jump start to your day. If you should have questions, I can answer things at the end. The main thing for this class, and we might have new people today. Anyway, all you need is a chair and your body. If you should happen to have extra props like a yoga mat, wonderful. Don't worry about it if you don't. Also, if you have something like a yoga strap, that might be nice to have, but if you don't have one, you could substitute with a scarf or a belt or a dog leash or a bathrobe tie. If you happen to have blocks, and if you don't have that, you could substitute, blocks. If you don't have those, 2 canned goods of equal size and weight. And possibly if you should have hand weights, this is a set of 1-pounders, and then nothing heavier, I would recommend nothing heavier than 2 pounds. And those are all optional. And I'll give you instructions on how to modify if you're not using props, and I happen to be using a prop, so all is well. So just remember that whatever is being offered, if that does not work for your body, you could modify. I modify because I have a shoulder issue. You could do something else like another posture, or you could skip it altogether. So just remember that. And let's start with the feet directly under the hips. Toes can point forward. We'll just start by stimulating the feet. You're going to shift the weight side to side. You're going to lift right heel and left heel. Moving side to side, just to see just a very gentle shifting of the weight for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels coming back down. And now just relifting that right heel. See if you can start circling the ankle. The ankle joint initiates the movement. And just noticing the range of motion here. No judgment, just noticing. And then we'll go in the other direction, circling that ankle. And you're standing tall on the supporting leg, but would be your left leg supporting. And then we're going to take that heel down. Let's shake out the legs a bit between sides. Lifting left heel now, same idea. The ankle joint initiates the movement. If you need support, you can place a hand or finger or two on the back of the chair, maybe against a wall if you have an available wall, or maybe a piece of furniture that doesn't move. So you can choose. Let's circle the ankle in the other direction. Noticing range of motion on this ankle. It may or may not be the same as the other one, but no judgment, just observing. And then bringing that down to stillness. Now here again, let's start lifting the ankles and the feet. It's not the ankles, the heels. I'll get it in a minute. Raise the heels. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might want to stay at this pace, but maybe you want to do double time. A little faster or not. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to turn it into a baby jog. Maybe you don't. You can decide. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly you're going to de-escalate. You're not going to just abruptly stop. Nice and gentle. Let's keep up the little baby march here. And let's go a little bit of more with a brain gym exercise. We're going to go out, out, in, out, in. 8, 7, lift the feet. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center, little baby march, and then slowly you're going to bring it to stillness, but not just abruptly. Let's take the feet about shoulder width apart. Hands can rest on hip crease or waist. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Maybe you want to get the torso involved once you get going with the hips. Maybe the torso wants to stay neutral. You can choose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Corkscrew back to center. Now inhaling forward the opposite direction, squeezing the navel to spine as you round in the back. Nice and gentle. Coordinating the breath with the movement here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center slowly, moving up to shoulders, rolling them up, forward, up, back, and down. Ugh. And sighing, moaning, groaning is fine because we're all muted. No worries. I'll allow you to, to speak at the end of the class. So this is just to keep the airwaves clear from this end. Let's go the other direction. Nice and gentle. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shake out the arms. See if you can rotate that humerus bone into the shoulder girdle. You're rotating those arms like little barber poles. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Shake it out. Let's take the legs a little bit wider now and start swinging those arms, just like empty coat sleeves or wet spaghetti noodles. And you can take with the heel of the hand or a soft fist, you can tap right there under the collarbone, the clavicle, the lung point in reflexology, the front part of it. We'll do 4, 3, looking over the shoulder, 2, and 1. Keep turning and twisting. Now you're going to pat yourself right there behind the shoulder. So that's the back point of that lung point. And you're still remembering to twist, looking over the shoulders for 4, 3, squeezing the spine, 2, and 1. Nice. And then let's just keep twisting. And now we're going to take the hand, one hand taps on the front of the torso. The back hand goes up a little higher and taps on the kidneys. So you're still, once you coordinate that with the hands, you're still twisting and turning for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And then slowly you're going to stop tapping, but you're going to keep twisting. And now it's like the arms are moving in opposite directions, but not touching the body. You can get a little bit more vigorous with this one. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whee! Yeah, we go. And then we're going to slow it down slowly now. Unwinding. Very nice. Very nice. Let's go ahead. If you want to take your chair in front of you, you can place it so that the chair seat is facing you. Or you could have a block in front of you. If you have blocks, you can just improvise with this one. So the feet are going to be about shoulder width apart. So you can see. Hands on hip crease or waist. Knees track over toes. Now the knees are going to stay flat on the earth. You're going to just do a baby squat here. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Re-straighten. Shake out the legs. Let's take the legs a little bit wider now. Shoulder width apart. Toes can torque out 30 to 45 degrees. Hands on hip crease or waist. Knees track over toes. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. Try to keep the torso upright. No lurching forward. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, woo, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6. There's many as you can manage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay down in this squat. You can take the right hand or forearm to that right thigh. Maybe you want to grab your chair seat or your block here. And we're going to press into the right hip. The left hand could rest on the block, maybe on the chair seat. You're going to straighten your left leg and you're going to pump into that right hip for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Glide through center without lifting up, maybe. Left forearm could rest on left thigh. Now that right leg is straight. Knee pumping into the left hip now as you do your little pulsing here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Hands can come to the mat or the block, perhaps, or the chair seat. You're still in your big, deep squat here. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten the legs, bow to your mat or your block. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Let's keep the legs straight. The legs are wide. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Maybe some horse lips. Maybe Mr. Ed will make an appearance. And then here you might want to start shifting side to side. See if you can stay in the same plane without rising up in the middle. I'm interlacing fingers here and just stretching the arms long, moving from side to side, squeezing those abs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and coming back to center. Heel toe the feet together. You're still in your forward fold, or step the feet together. And just do a series of flat back lifts here. So the hands start at the ankles, drag them up the shins, stop with a flat back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then hands rest on thighs. You can stack the bones slowly as you rise up to standing. And then when you get to standing, just shake everything out. Let's do a little bouncing here. The feet can come directly under the hips. Lift those heels, maybe a ½ inch, a quarter of an inch. And we're working now on bone density. We're working on strengthening the feet and the ankles and the Achilles tendon. And you can use this time to let the body direct you in whichever way that feels good, to let out stress, tension, aggravation for 8, 7, 6, meditation and motion, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly again, coming to stillness. Shake out both legs and feet, yes. Now, if you happen to have a strap, grab it. If you don't, what you'll use here is the back of the hand on the back of the hand on the back of the thigh. Not the knee, the back of the thigh. All right, so I'm going to loop the strap around the ball of the left foot. I'm mirroring you for this. If you have the strap, even out the strap. I like to take it on the inside of the leg. Let's just start by lifting it up. Inhale, exhale. You're going to kick out twice. Exhale, inhale, place the foot down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, put the foot down. We'll do 4. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then we'll float that leg down. If you're using the strap, lose it. Now we're going to lift the thigh. Little pumps up with the thigh. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, shake it out. Take a little pause. Relifting left leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3. Grab the back of the thigh if you need. 2, 1. Place it down. Ooh, shake it out. It's okay to say ow. Let it rip. It feels good. Now we're going to take the hand on the back of the chair or the wall or the piece of furniture, whatever you're using for balance support. Weight is in the right leg. The left leg is straight. The left foot is flexed. Now we're just going to kick it back and forth here, nice and gentle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly bring it to stillness. Don't just abruptly stop. And then shake out the legs. Now we'll move to the other side. Again, this is the first move. We'll be using a strap if you have one. Otherwise, you're going to grab behind the back of the thigh, the right thigh. Evening out ends of strap if you're using one. One hand could be on back of chair. Inhale, exhale, 2 kicks. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, place the leg down. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, inhale, place the leg down. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Last one. Very nice. If you were using the strap, lose it. Again, weight goes in left leg. You're going to float the right knee up, little pumps up to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the leg down. Shake out both legs. Give it a rest. You're going to be feeling it on one side. Actually, the standing leg, you feel it a lot too as well. So that's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shake it out. Now we're going to take the right straight leg, the right foot is flexed. You're standing on the left supporting leg. You're going to start swinging it forward and back, only up to waist height, nothing higher, or your optimum lift for 8, 7, 6, 5. It's okay to say ow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly start de-escalating, slowing it down, bringing it to stillness. Now you can shake out both the legs, the ankles, the feet. Very nice. Let's go ahead and find a way onto the chair seat, placing the bum mindfully on the front part of the chair seat. not in the back of the chair seat. People want collapsing here, okay? So you're closer to the front of the chair seat. And from here, let's just drop the hand off to the right, that side arm. And just notice what the weight of that feels like. Noticing the stretch on the left side of the body. You can grab the opposite side of the chair seat for support. And let's start moving the wrist and the fingers, moving it slowly, spreading the fingers wide. So getting those tendons, giving some attention to the ligaments and tendons in the hands. Let's circle the hand in the other way, nice and easy. And bringing that to stillness. Let's take that top arm, that right arm, over to the side. You might want to adjust the width of the legs for support. You're stretching to the side while the chest is squared to the front of your space. Let's inhale, bend the top elbow. Exhale, press it away. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then the arm is going to slowly resist gravity as it floats down. Lifting the left arm up, stretching it over, and modify as you need. I'm modifying. The arm should be by the ear, the fingers stretched to the side wall. And now you're going to start inhaling, bending the top elbow. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, bend top elbow. Exhale, press it away for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take that left arm and we're going to do the wrist and the hand, which I didn't manage to do on this side. So you're going to circle the wrist, spread the fingers wide, really stretch out that hand, and then circle it the other direction. And then coming back to center, top left arm one way, lower right arm the other way. So you're grounding through those sits bones, you're grounding through those feet. Inhale, windmill the arms. Exhale, stretching side to side. See if you can keep the chest square to the front of your space. You're not torquing off left or right. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then the arms can float down. Let's bounce the legs a bit here. Let's do something for the abs. Stay seated. I'll do this in profile. So, closer to the front of the chair seat than the back of the chair seat. Legs and feet in parallel. Crown of head to tailbone, flat like a diving board. You're going to sink back there. You're going to tuck the chin. Maybe one leg can come up. You grab behind the thigh. You might want to do half and half, 4 and 4 on this side, this way. Or if you can get both legs elevated, great. You're going to point the feet, flutter the feet. And you're going to pump the abdominals here. Belly inhale, expanding, belly exhaling, collapsing for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly bring the feet to stillness, drop them down to the earth. If you happen to have weights, grab your weights. If you don't have any, soft fist is fine. So from here, the legs come a little bit wider. We're going to tilt the torso forward about 30 degrees. No weight or one weight in each hand. The palms face the midline. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly coming back to neutral, losing the weights. Let's come up. Keep your chair available there. We'll finish with Breath of Joy, which is fun. So imagine you're conducting your own orchestra here, okay? So you're sipping each time, 3 times. Sip of air, sip of air, Sip of air and then blow it out. Last one. And now making any final movements, arrangements with your body that you feel you would like to do. And then returning to your chair seat, mindfully returning to the chair seat. And I'm bringing my chair forward, maybe grabbing a sip of water or tea or whatever is your favorite beverage. And then we're going to come and sit in the chair. And here you can sit all the way back into the seat of the chair. You can sit tall. You're grounding the sits bones into the chair seat, and the crown of the head floats up to sky. And once you get that organized, hands could be placed on the thighs, palms down for grounding and stability, maybe hands up for receiving. And then just allowing the eyes to drop closed. The spine is long. The head is like a helium balloon. It floats up to the sky. Tailbone grounds into the chair seat. And once you've organized all that, the eyes have dropped closed, or it could be a soft gaze on the earth, noticing relaxation forming in your feet, the soles of the feet. We're approaching our friend, the imaginary hot tub. And those feet are enveloped in this warmth, this relaxation. It then moves into the ankles and then the low legs. From there, it moves into the knees, permeating the complex structure of the knees. And from there, it moves into the thighs, legs and feet becoming very, very heavy. The softness moves into the hips, the buttocks, the pelvis, the low back releases. And from there, it moves into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs, the heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, colon, all those vital organs marinating in this delicious relaxation. It moves now into the chest and shoulders, rolling down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck now. And then it moves into the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. And here's a short poem by Mary Oliver entitled Self-Portrait. I wish I was 20 and in love with life and still full of beans. Onward, old legs. There are the long, pale dunes on the other side. The roses are blooming and finding their labor no adversity to the spirit. Upward, old legs. There are the roses and there is the sea, shining like a song, like a body I want to touch, though I'm not 20 and won't be again. But 70 and still in love with life and still full of beans. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And then as you are ready, floating the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you stand in the light of your own true self. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.